our first portion where we'll be quickly talking about meaning and evolution of cyberspace.
Sir,
Now, when we look at cyberspace, as most of us would understand, how do we understand cyberspaces from the perspective? My voice is clear to everyone, or is there any problem with my voice? Anybody?
sir, I was having a question,
My
sir.
voice?
Sir, I have a
Yes, yes,
question.
go ahead,
Sir, if a person
please.
A, sir, if a person A have a copyright patent or whatever on a thing, and in India, sir, and if a person B in somewhere else in other country, sir, if he misuses
Mhm.
those patents, so can person A take any action against person B, sir? What is the jurisdiction of
Now, this is
hmm,
yes, yes, yes. This is
copy?
a very, very interesting question. Although, since I attended yesterday's session, so very quickly, we always does any one of you read Section 1 of any act? Section 1 is very, very important. Uh, just a second. Are you still able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. So what you are able to see on my screen is Copyrights Act 1957. Now, usually what as students we do, we never read Section 1 because it's very boring, right? So what we're going to do today, we will read Section 1. Section 1 is what? Short title, extent and commencement. Everyone is able to see this. Now, Section 1, subsection 2. What does it say? It extends to whole of India. Are we clear? So that means if we are talking about copyright, so the copyright protection and remedies for infringement will be only available within the territories of India. That's one. Uh, Similarly, very
Sir,
quickly, let me. Yes, yes, yes,
sir, I have a question, sir.
yes, yes.
So we were talking about trade secrets. What if a pharmaceutical company decides to keep its product or a process as a trade secret?
Mhm. Now, it's their discretion. If they want to, first of all, the couple of things we are talking about trade secrets. You are raising the issue that there is a pharmaceutical company who wants to keep a product, say for that matter, a product in form of a cure or a medicine for COVID-19, hypothetically. So COVID-19, you should also know that we do not have cure for viral diseases. So we don't have any cure for or any medicine as such broadly for viral diseases. However, there have been recent claims that we have been able to find medicines for the purpose of AIDS as well. AIDS is a viral disease. Anyways, so quickly coming back in India, because we have to limit ourselves to India. If we want to talk outside, we could do that. So, and because you also have a session on trade secret. So, first of all, in India, we do not have a sui generis. That means a dedicated law. So, what you are able to see is a law which governs copyright in India. Correct. So, we have a law specifically sui generis or dedicated law relating to copyright protection in India. But when we talk about trade secrets, we have no protection in India. However, if you go to US, there is a dedicated law protecting trade secrets in United States, not in India. So that is very interesting. IPs are lex loci. Lex loci means law limiting to the law of the land. It is not, there is no extraterritorial jurisdiction. Now, I presume, rather, I am aware there are some students who are from first year, second year, so they might not understand, extraterritorial jurisdiction or extra laws having extra applicability in extraterritorial jurisdiction. So, what extraterritorial basic idea is, the concept of sovereignty is something which I believe most of you would understand. What sovereignty means? That as a country, I would not be influenced by any other country. Are we clear? As a country, India is independent and US cannot interfere in the functioning of India, nor India can interfere in the functioning of Pakistan and so on. Because each of us are sovereign nations which are independent and we have free decision making. Correct? Similarly, since we are sovereign countries and we cannot interfere into anybody's else life or world, same time nobody else can interfere in our country. So what happens? We can make laws, but we can make laws for ourselves. We cannot make laws for somebody else. So what we have made copyright law, which is applicable to whole of India. So section 1 of every act, and usually subsection 2 of section 1, subsection 2 of every act tells you the extent of applicability of the law. So if somebody violates your copyright, say for that matter in Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Spain, UK, you technically have no remedy. You technically have no remedy, right? However, if you want remedy, then what you can do, you can go to such country, and go to their, copyright registry and apply for copyright. So say for that matter, you want to protect your painting, your photograph, or your sculpture in United Kingdom, then you go to the Copyright Office of United Kingdom and you register your work in United Kingdom. And therefore, your work will not only be protected in India, but also protected in United Kingdom. That's one, right? However, there are also certain laws. So this is what we have responded. Since the laws, copyright law, and I think I also have patent law. I have not saved patent law. I'll show you patent law. Everyone be with me. I hope. So I like to go hands-on because it exactly gives you an idea what I am saying, what I am trying to follow. Since you asked for patents also, we are quickly looking at patent. And like I said, section 1, subsection 2. This act may be called as the Patents Act. So just to verify it, where it's applicable only in India. Now, if you want to protect your invention, what do we protect in patents? We protect inventions. So if you want to protect your invention outside India, or for that matter, in any country you want to protect, then you have to go to every country in which you. So suppose there are approximately 190 to 193 countries in the world, and you want to protect your patent in all those 193 countries, then it's unfortunate but true. You have to go to all of those 193 countries and register your patent. I hope you are able to understand. So that was one query which somebody asked. I hope I have responded on that. Everyone with me?
Yes.
Yes.
There was another student who asked something specifically. Did I respond your query as well?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Everyone's query I have responded, right? If there is any, just there was another girl who asked something. I'm not sure if I have responded her query as well. If not, you
Yes,
can
sir.
always
That was
come
about
back,
trade
stop me,
secrets.
ask
Thank you, sir.
whatever. Yeah. So trade secret, there is no protection in India. Thank you so much. I just missed it. So in India, we do not have law. Now, if a pharmaceutical company wants to keep it as a trade secret, like, Coca-Cola is keeping trade secret of its formula. So, in India, we are not protecting Coca-Cola. If somebody is able to go and steal it, we would give no protection to such a trade secret. So there is no protection in India, right? So, but if some pharmaceutical company want to do it, they can do it at their own peril. The only advantage and disadvantage of trade secret is like trademark, which is for infinite period of time. Trade secret again is there is no restriction. Like copyright is for 60 years in India. Patents is again for 20 years in India. Designs is again, 10 to 15 years in India. There is no restriction on trademark. So you can extend your trademark registration every 10 years and then cycle can go on and on and on. Similarly, when we talk about trade secrets, so there is no restriction on how long you can protect your trade secret. So those, again, in intellectual property also, the longer you are able to hold your intellectual property, the longer you will be able to have exclusive right to use it. So you're able to pick it up. So which one do you choose from that perspective? Under which law you would like to protect? But because you also remember, if you protect something in copyright, you can't protect in trademark. If you protect something in copyright, you can't protect in designs, right? Because there might be, because what is trademark? Trademark is again a graphic design. It can be a graphic design, and copyright also covers graphic design, right? Design may also cover graphic design, but then it's not that you can protect it all the three. You can't do that. You have to pick one, right? They are mutually exclusive, right? Anyways, anything else? I hope not. If there is, please ask. You can stop me at any point. Quickly returning back to talk about something which is we understand in form of cyberspace. Now, the moment we talk about cyberspace, the first thing which might come to our mind is internet, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, cloud computing, Internet of Things, blockchain technologies, and the list goes on. I'm not sure whether you're able to think on those lines. Cyberspace, what is the cyberspace? Okay, cyberspace, something relating to cyber, right? So all these things, and this cyberspace is also the buzzword nowadays because it has also become the fifth domain of warfare, right? So we have land, air, water, outer space, and now cyberspace. So there was militarization of outer space as well. Now we are also talking about militarization of cyberspace. And those of you who keep track of Ukraine-Russia war, you would have studied and heard or read about cyber warfare and information warfare, all those things, right? So what does it, where it is, it's in cyberspace, and these are the things which comes to our mind first. But you'll be surprised to know that the first time the term cyberspace was used, can anybody guess when was the first time the term or the concept of cyberspace evolved? Any guess? Or there are two things. One, the conception of the idea of cyberspace. Second, actually naming it as cyberspace. Anyone? Any guesses? Okay, I understand. So obviously, sci-fi, science fiction is something which plays a very, very important role for evolution of cyberspace. So cyberspace, as you are able to read here, I don't intend to read everything. Right? So cyberspace, it was developed, or a term which was coined by William Gibson. So he was a Canadian American writer, and basically he writes in science fiction genre. So basically ये नॉवल लिखते हैं, ठीक है, लिखते थे, ठीक है, जो साइंस फिक्शन से रिलेटेड नॉवल लिखते थे, ठीक है। तो इन्होंने एक शॉर्ट स्टोरी लिखी थी, बर्निंग क्रोम, ठीक है, बर्निंग क्रोम। आई होप आप सब देख पा रहे हो। और लेफ्ट में देयर इज अ मैगजीन, ओमनी। So this Omni, this is the cover page of the magazine in the edition in which this burning was published. And the first time this term cyberspace was used was